Argo, Ocean 1, over.
Ocean 1, Dilley.
Jordan, cooling down a little bit?
Welcome back to Antigua. Ocean 1 standing by.
"17 editions into its history, the RORC Caribbean 600 continues to evolve. Drawing together professional and Corinthian sailors from around the world, it is one of offshore racing's most significant tests.
The RORC Caribbean 600 is now firmly established as one of the classic 600-mile ocean races. The Royal Ocean Racing Club is extremely proud to be able to deliver this race to the hundreds of sailors from across the world that come to participate with us.
I think there's a mixture of things that bring people to the Caribbean for the Caribbean 600. It's the technicality of the course, lots of islands, the navigation's really complex, there's lots of transitions, there's lots of accelerations, and there's lots of, every corner you turn, it's a different sail plan, it's a different mode that you need to be in. So as sailors, it's a really engaging race. You're not just sat on the rail for days on end, or, you know, kind of getting cold and wet. You're enjoying the sunshine, although tropical showers can be known.
Local boats and Caribbean crews are always a defining part of the Caribbean 600. Racing in home waters, their knowledge of the conditions, the shifts, the seas, the islands, often proves just as valuable as outright speed.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Antigua. I grew up just in here in English Harbor, and I've been watching the 600 start every year from when they started in about 2009. So it's a really special race for me. The Falcon's a pretty small foiling boat, I would say, to go offshore. It's a pretty special cat. It's probably one of the first of its kind. It's a 40-foot foiling offshore catamaran, fully built for offshore racing. The 600 will be a quick one for us. I think we're aiming to push hard, and but at the same time also trying to keep it safe. We know it can be tricky behind the islands, super shifty, super gusty, which for this boat it will be tricky. For sure, this program wouldn't be possible without my brother Shannon. He's the one that really developed the boat and, you know, really pushed for this offshore sailing, offshore foiling for years now. And we have some locals on board. We have Louis on the bow, Vincent, who's stepped in now as a boat captain, and he will be racing with us. And of course, Matteo, the owner, will be sailing with us. We have a Olympic sailor, a maxi sailor, Iago, and Giulio, who's also with us. He brings a bunch of knowledge of offshore sailing. Mix of locals, young guns, and also experienced America's Cup, and a solid team. I'm looking forward to it.
Defending champions Leopard 3 return, but this year they face a serious challenger in Blackjack 100, coming off major line honours wins in the Rolex Fastnet race and the Rolex Middle Sea race.
Leopard is a favourite of this race. They've been around the race for many times, many editions. This is our first edition. We are in the mindset that we are the outsiders. We are a young team. We have a lot to prove. Leopard will be stronger in full upwind mode, VMG, in more than 12 to 15 knots. Then they will have a slight advantage over us, so we'll have to hang in there and stay close to them. And reaching also, I think above 15 knots, we will have very close speeds. We would not be able to catch up or pull away from them, and vice versa. Other than that, I think we have a slight advantage, maybe full downwind VMG in any conditions, and in light air transitions, we will be strong. So if we do our sail changes well and we do our transitions well, it's going to be an interesting race, because maybe there will be a bit of ping-pong game to the ranking. Hard to predict, but it's always difficult to be first in a race like that. You give an advantage to the second boat, which is the fact that he can track you ahead. When you are first, you are in danger because you slow down and the other boats behind you, they can watch that and they can attack. So that's where the challenge is in this race, is that whichever boat will take the lead will be in a defensive position at each transition. Every race is long, and you win it at the finish line or lose it at the finish line. There is no bad scenario. When you win, it's great. When you don't, you keep working harder, you improve, you learn something. We want to learn, we want to have fun, we want to enjoy the water. Antigua, yeah, it's fantastic. We are very privileged and super lucky to be here.
IRC Zero is a class defined by performance and precision. The Mach 50 Palanad 4 stands out. A scow bow design built for speed, she lines up against experienced teams including RAN and Dagge 5.
Palanad is the evolution of different boats we've developed.
We've worked together with Sam on our last Class 40, one of the first scow bows built in Class 40 as well.
They have lots of waterline beam, so as soon as they heel on their side, on the top of that with the canting keel and all that, there is lots of righting moment. On one side we have low drag and high righting moment, so these are two good factors for speed.
Flashbacks of Class 40, I guess, but with just heavier load, so it is more physical, it's a lot more effort. And you know that as soon as the boat is settled, the speed really is there.
In 23 knots maybe, and 20 knots breeze, or just doing wind speed or more almost the whole time.
It has a canting keel, and the pin axis of the keel cant is actually tilted forward. So when we cant the keel downwind, it actually lifts the bow up a bit. So we're always playing with the waves, etc., which makes it extremely fun. Those boards, they're mainly to go upwind, and we use them also a little bit for the reaching angles, etc.
The main competition is going to be the RORC 52 and 54. We've got very similar TCCs.
Because of its simplicity, we don't need as much crew to run the boat. We're going to sail this race with only 8 people on board.
Champagne sailing conditions couldn't ask for much better than that.
IRC1 features Di Caffari and Annemieke Bess racing on board the Swan 58 WaveWalker. Both were part of the famous project that completed the trophy Jules Verne, the first all-female crew to sail non-stop around the world on a maxi multi-hull.
I've just spent 57 days sailing around the world with Annemieke Bess, and now I'm here in the Caribbean and she's still with me, can you believe it? We're both on board WaveWalker and I'm the navigator and she's the trimmer, so I say what direction we're going in and she makes it go fast. So as a combination, I'm pretty confident that we can deliver.
I'm doing the Jules Verne around the world non-stop without assistance. What I take with me from there is that we really focus on the process, only thinking in solutions, and yeah, that's definitely something we will bring in here in the team.
Well, I don't think it matters if you're going around the world on a trimaran or doing the Caribbean 600 in IRC1. Every time you go sailing is an opportunity to learn, and you will make mistakes and fatigue will set in and you will kind of miss opportunities, but it's about resetting the mindset and moving forwards. And I think that's the mindset we're bringing to WaveWalker.
Among the fleet is Luke Spink and the team on Blueprint, a Beneteau First 36.7 racing as a Corinthian crew. Less than a year after a life-changing accident, Spink returns to offshore sailing, lining up at the start of the RORC Caribbean 600.
Had a bit of an itch during COVID and bought a boat, which was a bit of a crazy splurge. Being based in Charleston, South Carolina, we've sort of found a good amount of people that just really want to enjoy sailing. We've got a lot of Navy guys that are on sort of merchant ships that are around, so some good navigators, some people that trust emphatically. But we've built the team over the last 5 years. As a young kid, I was watching the Volvo Ocean Race and things like that, and always had my sights on big ocean races. And I was like, well, this is the pinnacle of like ocean racing, and just had that ambition and goal. And I think I was more determined since I've been in a wheelchair, right? Because there's not many people doing these things, and I wanted to give a perspective of what's possible. A boy's little dream coming true whilst doing something else to inspire other people as well. Unfortunately, I was injured 3 years ago. It's been a challenge, and for day one, you should have seen how I got on the boat versus how I got on the boat now. They hoisted me on the boat, they put me in a sling and dropped me on like a crane using the halyards. But since then, I've got stronger, got more agile. The crew are amazing. They help me out. They pick up my legs. I'm use my arms, sort of move around. But there's an additional seat at the back of the boat, really, and then an additional couple of handholds below. But other than that, it's fairly the same. I just want to show people what's possible. So doing things like this hopefully might show people what is available and what is possible. Just having the right people around you, no matter where you are in life, is so important. But when you're out in the ocean and you're against the elements, that is the most pivotal point, of having the right people that you can trust around you to keep the boat safe, keep you safe. Success for us on the C600 this year is just to make sure we get around safely, have some fun, and make some amazing memories. If we do well, we do well, but the main thing is to complete it and enjoy it.
In the multi-hull fleet, Argo and Final Zoulou lead the charge. For John Desmond, transitioning from top-level monohull racing on the Pac 52, this move marks a step into one of the fastest arenas in offshore racing.
The Antigua 360 was awesome for our team. We're still doing a lot of training, still learning. A lot of the previous days we've been out just some real slow maneuvers, learning the boat. So this was our first opportunity to really do a bunch of race maneuvers. The Argo was out there, and there were a couple other big cats, so it was fun to get off the line with all of them. Yeah, a lot of adrenaline starts pumping, especially when we start cracking off on those reaches. We think we started hitting low 30s, maybe with a top speed about 36 knots, and they're stiff, they're safe, felt in control at all the times, but wow, you get the big Jennifer out, and you are really starting to get the heart pumping. It's awesome racing these down the Caribbean because there's a lot of water coming through these nets, and especially when you're driving, it's coming right at you. I tried the sunglasses for a while, but those don't work for very long when they start getting crusted up with the salt. But yeah, it's back home, and I think there's 24 inches of snow coming this weekend. But here we are in Antigua, and this is awesome. This is one of the best places to be. And if you're going to race one of these, Caribbean waters, perfect. We'll do another training day tomorrow and try and refine some of the stuff. But we're all getting pretty excited for the 600 on Monday.
Antigua and Barbuda, the heartbeat of the Caribbean 600. From organisers and volunteers to partners and supporters, it takes a huge effort to deliver an event of this scale. As the start approaches, the atmosphere begins to build. Crowds gather on the hill above Fort Charlotte, watching as the fleet prepares to set off. One of the most spectacular views in offshore racing.
So this is our 4th time around the track on this boat.
It's an area we have never sailed. We've never sailed this race.
It's a cruiser racer, so we're sailing a house around the coast.
So we have a problem because the chef, she is Mexican, so she put a lot of pepper. But some of the Puerto Ricans, they don't like so spicy.
When he says a lot of pepper, that means like tears coming out of your eyes. I cried yesterday, okay? I cried.
The conditions will be typical Antigua conditions, 15 knots, wavy and hot water, nice sun, would be great.
Wind a bit more south than normal, which is going to change the course a bit, change kind of the key play areas. But with this southerly wind, it's not helping us go down to Guadeloupe and come back quickly. So we'll deal with what we got, and the main aim is to finish in front of Zoulou.
What I'm looking forward is to enjoy every moment, and I hope that all my crew members will enjoy every moment of this race.
The start of the 600 is just epic. I mean, Antigua is such a beautiful place to sail, and then you have the maxis running you over while you desperately try and avoid their dirt. It's pretty exciting.
We're adjusting the position of the outer distance mark slightly, and we will advise you once it's in position. Ocean 1 out.
Welcome to the 2026 edition of the RORC Caribbean 600. We're on the start line above Antigua's iconic Pillars of Hercules, Fort Charlotte. Right now, the fleet are getting ready to charge into the 600-mile race around 11 Caribbean islands. This is where the RORC Caribbean 600 begins. Among the 14 boats competing in IRC 2, Cox and Dunlop's Mojito made a sharp inshore start, timing their run to the line with perfection. Everyone in the class got away cleanly and in good order. Once again, it was a busy start in IRC 1 at the pin end. However, Hervé Gruneg's Swan 56 Azahar got a great start inshore. At that pin end, it was most certainly Rikki and Maxi that got away well. In IRC 0, it was a full-blooded duel at the start between Nicholas Enstrom's Ran and Frederick Pouzan's Khaki 54 Daggett, going barreling into the cliffs, literally side by side. A battle royal is clearly set between these two. In IRC Super Zero, Balthasar got a great start at the pin, but was soon overhauled by Blackjack 100 and Leopard 3. These two are odds-on favourite for Monohull Line Honours. In the 11-strong multi-hull class, once again the pin was busy. Argo stayed out of trouble, went round the outside and crossed the line a good 100 metres ahead of their arch rivals final Zoulou. The RORC Caribbean 600 is now fully underway, and the battles taking shape promise to intensify as the fleet powers deeper into the Caribbean Offshore Classic.
Sails out into the Caribbean, disappearing into the horizon. Just over 30 hours later, the boats return in darkness. Argo and final Zoulou, locked in a tight multi-hull battle, are separated by just minutes after more than a day of high-speed racing.
I think we held about the same distance ahead of Zoulou until we got into the lee of Guadeloupe, and Guadeloupe is always our nemesis. We often get there first and usually leave last, and then we have to fight our way back from there. Zoulou managed to sail around outside us and past us, not maybe 200 or 300 meters outside us, and extended to 3 or 4 miles by the time we got out of the lee of Guadeloupe. Passed the lead back and forth a few times. It was very close after that.
It's absolutely wild. You got 30 plus knots apparent in your face the entire time, but you are going fast. It is unbelievable. So much fun. There was about 20 miles of this little 35 knot duel between the two of us, and we snuck ahead of them again one last time down at the Redonda. They're an unbelievable team. We did a really good job. We held them off, I think, until about 5 miles off. Our strategy was to tack every time they were tacking. They threw a little double tack on us, and they kind of caught us with the mast not in the right position.
These boats take a fair amount of setup and preparation to be ready for attack. It's a kind of a big maneuver. Everybody has to get involved, and you have to think through the process. And so we had talked through on our boat a plan to do 2 tacks in quick succession. Just before the finish, we did 2 quick tacks and kind of caught them out a little bit, and then we managed to get clear air and get up on our line and get past them.
Obviously a very, very seasoned team and an awesome team, but the fact that we were duking it out with them for that last couple 100 miles was so special. It was just a fantastic experience.
We're excited to see another American out here with Mod 70. I think he really loved it. And I can't wait to hear from him. And he did a great job. He and his team did a great job on that boat today. It was really impressive for it being their 4th or 5th days on the water on a Mod 70. So they did a great job.
Yeah, there's a good chance this isn't the last time you see me on a Mod 70.
Behind the multi-hulls, a classic maxi battle unfolds between Blackjack 100 and Leopard 3, the lead changing hands as conditions favor different strengths. Blackjack 100 made the difference on faster angles, converting power into decisive gains on the reaches. She secured Monohull Line Honours in 1 day, 20 hours, 31 minutes and 36 seconds.
Our main goal is to be performant, to enjoy the race, to have a great time as a team, to do the most we can out of it, because there are several factors which you don't control in sailing. Half of it is mechanical, the other half is weather. So we try to focus on our own performance, and the race is a consequence of it, the result.
This is a fantastic boat. I'm happy to own it for a while, but it has been in hands of other people, and they looked after it very well, and I think take over from what they started and what they've done, and it's now my opportunity to carry on that and so on and so on. But team is great, good people, yeah, absolutely. Very inspirational people who don't need to sleep, they don't need to eat, they just want to win and sail and enjoy. All of them have sailing in their heart, they're very passionate about sailing. And for me, again, inspirational because I see what a team can do if they come together and share passion, and with drive and talent all together, with the right tools, they can do a lot. Yeah.
So what we didn't expect is that Leopard came so close to us around St. Kitts and Nevis. The race slowed down from the front. You could see it also with the trimarans. Therefore, we came back on the trimarans, and Leopard came back on us in such a way that she was actually on our shoulders.
It makes a big difference when we're racing against the likes of Lucky last year, Blackjack this year, who sailed fantastically. But it was nip and tuck the whole way around the course, and that kept everybody alive. The crew loved it, we loved it. They did a great job, and hats off to those guys. Absolutely, we learnt off them, and I'm sure they learnt off us. And I'm sure we've got more great racing to come.
On another hand, I have to say thank you to Leopard, because they pushed us further than ever throughout all these hours upwind.
all sorts of setups on the boat, that is the board, the trim of the sails, do we take one reef or not, and it seems that between the start of the race and the finish of the race we are a bit better.
One of the defining moments of the race came from the Maxi 72 Balthazar. Leading on corrected time approaching Redonda, the team looked set for overall victory, until a rig failure on the final leg forced their retirement. A reminder of how quickly fortunes can change offshore.
Coming into the race, the goal was to go for the win. Obviously starting with class and if possible overall. And there were a few key decisions which I think were also learnings from the Transat.
You know, it just really shows how much you have to learn about these boats to really be up there in the match and in the game. And even as we were going around the race course, we were learning new modes.
For us, it was a confirmation, but it was also a great way to benchmark ourselves against the competition, like the Car Kick 52.
And it's super impressive how quick that boat is, crack sheet and reaching. But it seems to go upwind very well as well. So it's you know, kudos to them to have innovate. They're innovating in a whole different level, which is fantastic to see.
Coming into Guadeloupe, you know, the nighttime is always difficult with these size. With the IRC Zero class, we generally end up in the middle of the night, and it sort of opens up questions of, do you go inshore or offshore, or do you try and do something straight down the middle? And it really didn't work going straight down the middle this time. It was definitely the inshore route that worked for a lot of boats. You know, for us, it's a fantastic blast reach to come down to Redonda, triple head sails, and really the full speed mode that we have with Palanad 4 with the scow bow. When you come round the corner of Redonda, you know, you obviously want to pass as close as you can to sail the shortest distance, but the trade-off is you have less wind when you go to the shore, so you might get stuck in a little bit of a lee effect. So we managed to sort of sneak in round and actually had wind from total other side.
Thank you, RORC, for putting a great race again. And the victory for us was also dedicated for Jean-Philippe, my uncle. And he was a keen sailor and always supported us, so big thoughts for him.
Further back in the fleet, a powerful moment of seamanship. Class 40 Solano diverted to assist a capsized catamaran, recovering all 6 sailors safely from the water and returning them to Antigua.
Yeah, we were in the leg between Barbuda and Neruda, and at that moment we slowed down a bit because we had a lot of events with the other class 40, and during a big gust there was a boat, a multihull, who were close to us, and we were talking about that with Maxime to just take care of them because we know that it's a bit different boat. And when he checked under the main, he saw that the boat was capsizing at that moment. And at that moment, of course, there was no reflection to do. It was just, okay, we stop the boat and we go straight to help them, to rescue them if need. A bit risky maybe, but we have to do, and so that's the normal sea spirit to manage that kind of problem. And if it's our problem, we'll be happy to have somebody like that.
Solano would go on to complete the race and still win the Class 40 division, a truly exceptional achievement. In IRC1, it stayed tight all the way to the finish line. Rikki held on, with Maxitude just behind and WaveWalker completing the podium. After 600 miles, the gap was just 9 minutes on corrected time.
So this is my first time doing the Caribbean 600, and I've heard so much about it that I was a little bit worried about it, especially behind Guadeloupe. Literally, I think the whole race, I was worried about that one leg. The reputation of the race comes way before you ever get here. I've had a lot of people help me with my race prep. Great people have come before me that help us make the right decisions and go the right way. So not just us, it's everybody that's helped before. Been a navigator now for like probably 15 years, and it's one of those things where every single day I learn something new. Sailing against those other navigators, it's a little intimidating. Some of my best friends and idols like Juan Villa, people like this that I have known for decades, and sailing against them and sometimes checking out which way they went and thought maybe we'll try and do something new. You know, it's not bad to be back in the fleet just a little bit to kind of check out what the bigger boats in front of you were doing.
Team is the #1 word for the Rikki program, and that's my #1 job. My role is to bring Susie, bring the rest of the team, bring the boat, bring the resources, give them the tools they need to perform together, create the culture for them to perform together, and I'm really proud of the team individually, but as a collective whole. We love racing together. We are dinghy sailors at heart, and we love pushing the boat as a real sailor does. So I couldn't be happier and more proud that the team pulled it together.
The whole organization, RORC and the yacht club and everything that happens together, everybody that comes together, all of the volunteers. I mean, I've volunteered a lot for our sport because that's one of those things as you get older, you really feel that you should give back. So the group of people that you all have put together to make this event happen has just been fantastic. We had a 100% great experience the entire time. I can't think of a single thing except for I haven't filled out my finished declaration yet, so don't let me forget. Don't let me forget, okay?
In IRC 2, Belladonna stayed in control. Managing the fleet, she built a clear advantage, finishing over 2 hours ahead of Bella J, with Mojito close behind in third. She secured the win in 3 days, 14 hours, 48 minutes and 35 seconds under IRC.
I've always wanted to come out here and race. I grew up with my dad on the Solent, racing around the Cairns for the Royal Southampton Yacht Club. It's kind of a lifetime achievement, really, is to come out here and race in these amazing waters. It's just been epic. I can't put into words really how amazing it is around these waters. There was a lot of memories in the race. I probably had about 2 hours sleep, I think, throughout the whole race. I don't sleep much on offshore races. I like to make sure everything's working and everyone's happy and the boat's going fast. It was tough, really tough, but great fun, great fun.
What was interesting, it wasn't just one boat in our class, there was several that were, in our opinion, in the running at different times. So, you know, there were 3 boats chasing very hard, and we would get away, then they'd come a bit closer. It was fascinating. So it meant, you know, we always had to push hard, make the right decisions, sail choices. Crew worked very hard to achieve what we wanted to achieve.
I mean, it's one of these experiences in life that you've got to try. You've got to get out there and give it a go, and whether it's pro crew or amateurs, you've just got to get out there and just try it. It's just, yeah, an amazing achievement, amazing.
Have the opportunity to sail with someone like Richard, who's so passionate but equally puts so much into the boat preparation, organisation. That, you know, is one of the reasons he's a brilliant leader, I guess, and bringing the right people together, a phenomenal team. Everyone worked well, got on well, had a great time. You know, you can see that, and that reflects ultimately, I believe, in the result.
It all came down to my crew at the end of the day. They were incredible. They put everything into it. A little emotional, but yeah, it was good.
To reach the start line of a race like this is one achievement. To complete the course is another. After 600 miles of demanding offshore racing, Luke Spink and the team on Blueprint cross the line and finish in Antigua.
It's quite hard to really think about right now. Just finishing, the emotions are pretty high. There's a lot to do and think about from what we've just endured. But definitely a start and a middle and a fantastic end. Like, what a finish. The weather, the sunshine, a nice squall just to douse off all the sea salt. Phenomenal finish for us, and then finish off with a nice cold beer. Just what we need. Yeah, really good. Things like this create memories and create moments that you'll never forget. They're lifetime memories. But there's moments where you all look at each other and go, oh, and then you're like, no, we can get through this. I started as a cruiser. I used to race on the South Coast, but now we've just completed one of the biggest ocean races that there is to race in. And I'm in a wheelchair, and we've managed to do it as a team, but as a solo and as an owner of the boat as well. It takes a lot to get to where you've got to go to, but if you work hard, you'll always get there.
Mattered most, Leopard 3 delivered once again. Owned by Joost Schuijff and skippered by Christopher Sherlock, Leopard 3, a FAR 30-metre custom, delivered a measured and consistent performance across the course. Strong upwind, precise through the transitions, and composed in the most demanding moments. Over 600 miles, it is this level of execution that makes the difference.
I didn't expect we would win it. There are other boats on points that would easily match us, so it's a surprise to win it. But I think it was in performance and lack of problems, it was the best 600 that we ever sailed.
Yeah, I think this year, combination of our navigator, Chris Nichols, and the team that Chris Sherlock has put together, combined with that we've got a great shore team, it all came together, and then it feels like a magical moment, as a group. You can't find any sport where we, just as owners, get to participate with such a high level of professionals, and our guys are just great. It's really fun.
Blackjack is very strong. We knew they were fast, and it was shown here in the last part of the race, from Guadeloupe to Barbuda. And that's when they ran away from us for 6 or 7 miles. And so that ended up in that they were 30 minutes before us over the finish.
As we're coming close to shore, it's been a hard race, and just the collective excitement of everyone on board as we're finishing, and we're like, we've got a chance, we've got a chance, we've got a chance that we're going to win this one. That moment of excitement is really worth all the suffering.
Well, of course, we love Antigua. This is a magnificent place. The whole combination of the island and the people and the racing and the crew is just fantastic here.
This year's RORC Caribbean 600 wasn't about extremes. It was about how the race was sailed. A southeasterly trade wind reshaped the course and rewarded those who adapted. Titans claimed line honours. Trailblazers carved milestones across the fleet. And in one moment at sea, Solano showed exactly what seamanship means. The Caribbean 600 returns to Antigua in February 2027. Here's a look at some of the best bits from this year's edition.
String, not plastic. I said string, not plastic.
Day number 1. Randy, do you like your boat?
I like it when it goes fast.
Hello.
The DNR crew did find a stowaway overnight.
Ah, the RORC Caribbean 600, it's the one that we all love to dread. I've had 2 hours sleep since we left. I say every year I'm not coming back, and I think that was my 11th.